What is up, everybody? Welcome back. We get another live before lock. First of all, shout out to our guys, actually Jeb Bush and Gnome, for covering the show on when was that? Friday? Feels like years ago. Our man NBA TST Top Shot Talk is going to be joining us momentarily. But yeah, we're going to start 10 minutes early because technically I'm starting 20 minutes late because I fucked up the stream. So my bad if you've been waiting here for a while, but listen, the chat's been active. Seems like everybody's been having a good time. So excited for you guys to be here. Excited to dive into tonight's slate. We got it's a big old Monday night slate. There's a ton of stuff that we're gonna into. But let me set the table a little bit while we wait for our guest of honor. We are going to be giving away a rare limited card today. The giveaway, I believe, is going to be a Justin Jackson from the Boston Celtics. Okay, so that's going to be the card that we're going to give away. And I just want to say, our man, Coach Dark Holmes. He crushed this weekend. All right. He had like 2 top 50 finishes in the limited tiers. And he was like, you know what? It's time to give back to the people. So I want to shout him out because he is the reason we're giving away a rare today instead of normally my puny limited. I was going to say Lillard. So I'm going to show you, this is what we're giving away. And I already said this in the chat, right? But if we get up to 50, 50, Jesus. If we get up to 150 live viewers, I'll throw in another limited. So we're already up around that 50 range. So if we get up to 150, we'll be doing it. Don't worry, been watching Quinny's stream. Ooh, who's Quinny? I need to know who Quinny is, Mike. But there we go. That Justin Jackson we're going to be giving away. And again, if we hit up over 150, I'll give away another limited tier. And I think it's going to be a good one, like a tier 2, tier 3 type. All right, let's take a look to what at this giveaway in order to qualify, right? Since the guy, Coach Dark Holmes, did it. Here's how you qualify. You got to like this stream right here. Like this Team Hold stream. You got to subscribe to the channel and then put hashtag Coach Stark. See a lot of people putting always into the chat. I like that. It was a good guess by you guys. You're like, maybe it's going to be always. But that was actually a joke about me coming earlier that you guys missed out on. So that is how you qualify. We'll give this thing away at the end. All right. A couple more business related things. Okay. So if this is your first time here, we're covering So Rare, baby. So sign up using the link in the show notes. If you sign up using the link, 20 free common cards. You buy 5 things, you get a 6th thing free, right? We know that part. That part's exciting. But if you're new, sign up. If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe. We do content all the time. We do this live before lock show. What we're going to do tonight, we're going to break down all the NBA injury news that's coming in and try to figure out what to do with our lineup. So we're going to do that. And then also we'll be using Momentum Labs. And a lot of people after our videos are like, hey, how do I get those spread skeets? How do I get all that alpha? All you got to do is sign up for Momentum Labs. There's a link to that in the show notes as well. What other stuff? You can join the Discord if you haven't done that. If you join our VIPs, when you get in the Discord, it's a lot of fun stuff. Ooh, Quinny is a So Rare content creator, primarily soccer, but does NBA as well. There you go. I need to talk to some more So Rare content creators, I think. Let's touch base with some footies. You know what I'm saying? I need some more alpha around the Global Cup. All right, that is what we're working on right now. Let me what I can do right now is pull up Underdog. I'm going to pull up the Underdog NBA account and just take a peek. Just take a peek at some of the injury news that's coming in. We're still waiting for. Solbro said use the link. Thanks. Still in common tier. That's fine, dude. It's not. You don't have to. This isn't peer pressure, baby. You play for free. You grind, baby. But let's see what kind of injury news we have coming in down the pipeline. I know the biggest thing we're waiting for right now is Joel Embiid. Here we go. Kevin Love is out. Yuta is out. Embiid is questionable. Embiid's the real one that we need to be paying attention to. Matisse Thybulle remains questionable. Joel Embiid's going to be a game time decision, which is very annoying. It means we probably won't have it before lock. Trey Lyles, that changes everything. Trey Lyles is out. Nembhard's still questionable. Nembhard really only impacts TJ McConnell, in my opinion. Anthony Davis is now probable. We can look at this graphic, excuse me. So AD, we can change to probable. Embiid's questionable. Siakam, which is that's pretty big news if Siakam and Scotty Barnes play. That really changes a lot of the value in the Toronto. LeBron is probable. Jaylen Brown is questionable. So the Brown-Tatum thing we have to pay attention to because that impacts a lot of the Celtics shit. Clint Capella with dental pain. He's questionable. Scotty Barnes, we already talked about. Lauri Markkanen's a game time decision. Brandon Ingram, it sounds like he's going to be out. So you're going to have no Ingram. You're going to have no CJ McConnell, which means Jose Alvarado and everybody else over in New Orleans. DeAndre Hunter's questionable. Let's look at graphic number 2. Scary Terry's probable. Karis LeVert, I think we already know is in. Michael Porter Jr. is doubtful. Bones Highland doubtful, which means Jamal Murray's going to pump a little bit. Larry Nance being out really probably would impact Joe Val and Najee Marshall the most. Mo Bamba's questionable. Chumo Kiki's questionable. Rui Hashimura's questionable. Alex Caruso's questionable. And then PJ, I don't get stats. Tucker also questionable. All right, let me catch up on the chat a little bit, see what's going on. Crypto Gem Founder says, bought Kai Jones rare, bro. Dude, we talked about Kai Jones this morning. Kai Jones, one of the guys that's popping. Barclays member says it's Chetty season. Chetty is going to pop a little bit, right? Chetty is going to pop. With LeBron back, how much do you think that changes Davis's value? Josh, I'm going to go the other way. I actually don't think it changes his value that much. I think AD is still going to be a great play because it's. I think he's been just like a big double-double guy. So I think he's still a solid play. My bigger concern is his injury, not necessarily being there with LeBron. I get the question. I still think AD is going to be fine. Mike Weisberg saying, boots on the ground, Weisberg, you in Boston? JB's probably out given the schedule. They probably play Tatum in this case. Yeah, I agree. I think Jalen's out and Tatum's in, which makes me just want to play Tatum. Where Al Horford's also out. I know we didn't talk about that, so that changes it a little bit with Horford out. Any word on why no more free cards? We the people, I was saying that this morning, man. They're still doing the free cards. You just got to log in, bro. They're still doing them. You think Austin Rivers might be a good play? You know what? Let's go over to the spreadsheets now then, baby. Let's check that out, AJ. Let's go over to Momentum Labs. Let's see what's going on. Again, you can find all that shit in the show notes if you want to sign up for it. I'm going to see. Let's see what Austin Rivers is doing. I'm honestly a little bit more interested in Jalen Noel than I am Austin Rivers, but I get what you're saying here. You're like, what about 5? You know, what about the 5? But Noel's numbers have been. His minutes have been going up a little bit. Austin Rivers, there you go. Cap of 5, projection of 11, $3. Let's actually see what this looks like in here. Is this really $3? Because if it's only $3, I think that's a pretty solid. I think it's pretty solid for Austin Rivers. Even though I tell you what, deep down in my heart, I don't like playing Austin Rivers because he does one thing and one thing only. You need him to hit like 6 threes. Let's see, lowest price. Listen, under $7 though, you could do worse. You could definitely do worse. All right, let me catch up. Disagree. AD will go back to being a pud now that Brown's back. All right, chicken. Wow, Jesus Christ. What else? Oh, I think our guest is here. TST, what's up, my man? How we doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
It's solid. We're doing good here. We're vibing. We're vibing. How did you make out last week?
I did real nice last week, actually. I hit in the rare contender, so I got a tier 2 rare. And then got a limited tier 2 from the champion and almost hit a rare in that.
What did you get though? Did you look at your rewards?
I got a Paul George for the limited.
Nice.
So right now injured. So
no, but that's still good. Yeah. down the.
I'll still take that. And then my rare. Who did I score in my rare? I don't even remember right now. And then I got like a T4 in the Western Conference one.
There you go.
I got a Jabari Smith Jr. for my rare.
Ooh, who's also kind of popping right now.
He's popping right now, and his cap hasn't caught up to it. So hopefully maybe I can, parlay that into another contender rare.
I like that.
Win and just keep that rolling.
I like that. Let's get into tonight's slate a little bit. How are you approaching tonight? Where are you what are you feeling at right now?
I feel like injury wise, there's nothing like too obvious. We're still waiting on some things to kind of drop, but it hasn't been like the last couple weeks I've felt where like there is just some obvious like undervalued people. I feel like we have a lot of injuries that are holding over, so those caps have like been affected by that they've been playing recently versus like brand new injuries, which like is a weird way to put it. And then we got like some people maybe coming back, so that kind of like dampers any value that we've seen. So I feel like this might be a lower scoring week because of that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's going to be a slower. Like I found it when I was doing the value hunting episode. Excuse me, during the value hunting episode, I had a really tough time like finding it because I agree. Like the injuries have been like people have been out long enough now that the value guys are no longer values, and then when the players come back from the injuries, then those guys become like useless, right? So And then everybody else, like the Shake Miltons of the world, have already been priced up. So it's kind of hard to find some of those. Are there any guys now that you've already kind of put your lineups together, or do you have a couple of favorite value plays? I think we could start there, and then as more news comes in, we can break it.
Who was there was a couple. I was surprised how much like Kai Jones is popping from that like one game
I was surprised by
uh
that too.
on the sheet and stuff. But like I don't know, I feel like I've had some Charlotte games on here and there, and whenever he plays, he kind of does some stuff. He's just like so damn athletic.
He's been a big highlight guy lately.
Yeah, that's what it is, I guess, too, is that I'll see that. But he got a lot of minutes, so he would kind of need to repeat. That being said, I have him in my lineups because he was one of those players that I just bought because it was like less than $2 and won an auction like way back when. So I probably should be selling it, but instead I have him in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm curious what he's going for right now. I mean, he's still only. Oh wait, that's Caleb Houston. He's got only 11 though. It's not too bad. And for a cap of 5, let's take this off screen real quick, huh? See what we do here. Because that feels like a good buy. I keep doing this though. I keep buying these value guys like a freaking idiot, man. I need to start buying some better players. Before we like really dive into the value things, one of the other things I wanted to talk about is so they introduced a new Eastern Conference tournament, right? So we have, if we go over to the play, we go to upcoming, you'll see here we've got both the Common Eastern Conference and Limited Eastern Conference. They got rid of the Western Conference for this week. One interesting thing that I think we could talk about a little bit is how we're approaching building lineups with these tournaments, because you kind of like, unless you have an insane amount of cards, you kind of have to pick your spots of where you're going to put most of your energy. Like, how have you been approaching the way you've been building?
So I've been choosing between Limited Contender or Champion to emphasize, and then I build that out. And that's like the first thing I do. Actually, sorry. At first, I start with my Rare Contender.
Same.
I complete Rare Champion. Not going to happen. My 2 good rares are injured right now, so it's kind of like I just fill it in at the end, just as a kind of like a prayer. So I kind of look Rare Contender, and that usually is like I'm usually looking at like a low value Limited and a like middle good projecting Limited to throw in there. So I kind of hurt usually my Limited Contender one, like my Limited Contender value, I guess. And then I go back and I look at, do I want to focus on Limited Contender or Limited Champion? Last week I chose Limited Champion, ended up working out for me. And like last week was the first week that Limited Contender I didn't cash in for maybe like 4 or 5 game weeks in a row. And I ended up cashing in the Limited Western Conference. So
no kidding.
It's funny. So after I've decided which one I have focused on, then I start to look at, okay, I need like, okay, I'll keep that one because he's East versus that. But I always have at least 1 or 2 lineups that I look at first. And like, I think the first week I kind of just punted on it. I hit on it last week, but like I hit a T4 and my score was like decently good, but like there's just so many less rewards. It's so much harder to do well in it.
Yeah.
That like, it's like, it should never be a focus, and you should probably focus on Limited Champion and Limited Contender first. And like, as I say this right now, I kind of want to go back to my lineups that I already set.
That's what I've been doing too. I've just been like punting on those. I ended up cashing in the Limited Western Conference, but only because the lineup I could build was like fire. Like I could make a really strong Western Conference one. So I was like, okay, but then Eastern Conference, I was like, nah, this is trash. But I've done a similar thing. So this, I'll just show you what my Rare Contender is right now, depending on lineups. So I've got Zion in there, Trey Murphy, because he's going to bump a little bit with all the injury news. Terrence Mann, because Paul George and Kawhi are still going to continue to miss games. Blake Griffin, who's popping a little bit. And then because of Al Horford missing time, although I hate this.
Does he get minutes though? Even like this year when
Al
Horford doesn't play?
It sounds like Luke Cornett's not going to play either. Or
okay, that's why I was like.
And so is Robert Williams is still out as well. So this one is subject to change. I'm hoping that I get another injury news to come in to help me out a little bit, because looking at
Mike loves injuries. You heard it here first.
You heard it. So now after just if we like scroll down here, I think I can actually plug in. Oh wait, who did I just grab? Caleb Houston I could grab for Orlando if Chuma ends up missing, and whoever the other Mo Bamba. The other one was Kai Jones, so we could go to Kai Jones Unfortunately, I don't think I can really get up to anyone else in the rare, like to upgrade from rare. And I love Zion. Like, I feel like Zion is such a great
No, it's a
play.
great play, especially with who's out on their team.
Oh yeah, with everybody out, right? So I think I actually am just gonna leave it like this though. Oh, I guess I could go from Jordan Poole to Harrison Barnes, but Jordan Poole's actually projecting a little bit better than Harrison Barnes. But I wanted the other thing I wanted to talk through, and then I promise we'll go to the spreadsheets, everybody. Rare champion. So this was kind of a weird spot I was in because I built a really good limited champion that had like LeBron, DeJounte Murray, and all this shit. But I've got LeBron, Draymond, Jamal Murray in there, Jeremy Grant, and Jalen Smith. And I was like hesitant to do this because I feel like I could make a really good limited champion, but I also feel like this would do well as a rare champion with LeBron in there.
Yeah, I'd say I would focus more on the rare champion. Like if you have some decent, like you have decent rares, right? Like you're not just like throwing in someone because it's your only rare, right? It's not like you have Matthew Dellavedova in there. You have you have decent rares, so you should build around that. Because like what happens to me sometimes is just like based on who's playing or game weeks or whatnot. It's like I don't have enough rares to actually put like 3 solid pieces in. I'm just like playing someone because it's my only rare that like is projecting to get minutes. So in that case, then like you don't want to focus on it. But with that, because your scores in that are good, like there's just less people. So like you're going to have a better chance probably there based on like the reward you're getting.
I do think it is like, I think everyone should be having this conversation, whether it's in the Discord that you're in or whatever friends you play with or in your own head about how you want to approach these. Cause I do like, especially as we get an hour before lock, I do find it a little bit overwhelming when you're like, okay, I have all these cards and there's no real like easy way to like plug everybody in. So I do think it's worth putting in some like mental work of like, okay, the contenders are where the priority is going to be. Like it seems like the easiest way to cash. It also seems like the easiest way to build lineups. So I should focus on that. Let's look at Twitter real quick and then we'll go to the spreadsheet. So we've seen Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson are game time decisions. That's if all 3 of those hit, AJ Griffin, Onyeka Okongwu, I'm trying to think of who else. That's really the 2 that are probably going to pop the most. And then along with like John Collins is going to have to take more shots, but Okongwu is someone who I think could pop in though. Capella, the Wizards, we've got word that Kuz is going to play and start. Raptors, everybody got healthy. So Siakam's now probable. Scotty's probable. Banton's probable. No one's playable at this point, right?
I actually like Scotty with Siakam back.
Okay.
I like it. Like, I think him of everyone, like I think OG will get hurt from Scotty coming back. I think Fred, I mean, he didn't play a lot while he was out because he was also in and out. But I think actually Scotty is going to be helped from Siakam because Scotty just doesn't have the shot creation right now. He like from like a create his own shot. He's more of a like create shots for others, kind of, you know, be able to attack after getting a swing from someone. So I think there's just too much focus on him with Siakam out, and this will actually open things up and open up some passing for him. So I actually like him with Siakam back, like, which is a little ironic.
There you go, Baston. So if you have no choice, Mike, but to go with Scotty, TST's here to tell you that's actually the right move. So there you go. All right. If we get more injury news, fire it into the chat if I miss it. The other thing I'll say as we move over to the spreadsheets, we've got 63 entrants. So our man, Coach Stark Holmes, Coach Stark out there, got us. He's giving away a Justin Jackson rare tier card. So we're going to give this away at the end of the show. I also said there's 94 right now watching. If we get up over 150, I'll throw another limited tier in there, and I'll throw a good one. It'll be like Laurie Markkinen or something. It'll be like somebody in the 30s. But then we got to get up to 150 though. I'll save that for the end. All right, let's go over to the spreadsheets a little bit and let's just see who's like popping the most here. If there's anything that really stands out. One of the things I like doing, TSC, and I know we've done this before, is trying to find, like, say you're trying to get like an MVP that doesn't cost you the most, like trying to find some of these cheap guys. So I feel like that could be a fun place to start right now. And we're seeing a lot of these. So the limited is 371 for Luka, 181 for Steph, for Embiid's up there. We don't really get sub 100 until our man Siakam, who's back.
I wonder if that's popping right now. Like,
Yeah, let's
now
go.
that
Let's go over to it and see if it's moving. We'll sort by limiteds because we're the poors over here.
mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's only 8 listed, so 103. Oh no, hold on. It should always be by.
Oh, they restarted the auctions though.
Oh, did they?
There was 3 auctions in the last.
Interesting.
Since this morning.
Interesting.
And
but anyways,
100
for Siakam, which like the first game back probably isn't getting me too juiced up to do that. But
I wouldn't even want I wouldn't want him this game week because I'm hoping if I'm someone with Siakam or looking to pick him up, I'm hoping that he just has like a decent 2 games here.
Yeah.
And then we can get the cap in that like 45 range. And then
I think if you're trying to
start cooking.
Yeah, if you're trying to buy a Siakam, you're probably doing it next week. I mean, right after this starts. LeBron actually being at 85 to me is kind of interesting. I think I bought him the last time we did a show. LeBron put up a monster like 39 and 11 this weekend without Anthony Davis. We know Anthony Davis is probably back. But yeah, $89 for LeBron. I know he's coming off injury, but a cap of 46 where he probably should be closer to 50. I don't hate that. Did I lose you, or do you just not care about LeBron?
Yeah, more the second. I think you froze there for a second, but
did it? My bad.
Or I did. I don't know. But yeah, like I mean, it's surprising his price kind of like all year's been lower. There's a couple of, like KD's price is like relatively low for who he is as well. Mm-hmm. Man, that Fox for 50.
That's what I was just going to say. I feel like this is wrong. Let's see what De'Aaron Fox is, and then maybe we can go shopping right now. 16 listed, and 55. 55 for guy with a cap of 45 who's just been like consistently crushing. I don't know. I think if you were like, hey, I want to do a champion lineup, that's what I'd be doing.
Yeah, for sure.
George says worth the risk with Jaylen Brown on his 2 games. I think Jaylen Brown's definitely sitting 1 game. So if you have a pivot, I would go with the pivot. If you don't have a pivot, then let it rip. Let's see if there's any other MVP. Oh, well, someone in the chat just told me to check Konkar. Who's out? I guess because Michael Porter Jr. is supposed to miss time. So Konkar's got a cap of 8, a projection of 14.
But isn't he questionable or something?
He doesn't have a tag here.
No.
The thing with Kankar, though, like to me, there's just so many other guys that, I mean, he's only $12. So if you want to take a shot, I don't know. To me, this is not an athlete. He makes me a little bit nervous only because I think that like I'm more intrigued by like Aaron Gordon, by Nikola Jokic, by Jamal Murray than I am by other guys. But I understand.
But like, isn't he more of a play if like Aaron Gordon or Jokic is out? Like, isn't that where you're rather than Michael Porter Jr.? I don't know.
I don't know. I think Michael Porter Jr. kind of slides between a 3 and a 4, right? So
yeah.
I think Weisberg saying I'd rather play Christian Braun. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Laka says I got a rare RJ Hampton after the news. Is RJ pumping right now? Because I should have sold an RJ a long time ago. Wait, let's check what Hampton's doing in the spreadsheet. So he's got a cap of 15, a projection of 17. What's the Orlando news that's bumping RJ though? I don't really like that.
Who was it? That was there's tons of people out. Carter Jr.'s out, Suggs is out, Mo Bamba questionable.
I guess was out.
Okiki is questionable as well, so I guess maybe that.
God,
Terrence Ross is out.
Oh yeah, Terrence Ross too. That's all right. Let me see. Do I have a rare RJ Hampton? I don't think I do. I just have the 1 limited. I was gonna say it's gonna be Flip City, baby, and I've already still with RJ Hampton bumping. I've overpaid still by $9. All right. Let me get back to the chat. I feel like that's the best way to do this right now is have the chat dictate kind of where we go, as long as you're okay with that.
I love that.
Bridges or Jaylen Brown? Man, I just don't think Jaylen Brown's going to play. I'm nervous about Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. And like, but they're like the same cap basically, right?
Yeah. Chilio's saying Winslow. Yeah, I love Justice Winslow. I was talking about him a little bit earlier. I like him because he feels so. These are the two guys that were projecting the best at this cap of 19, right? So you got Mitchell Robinson here and then Justice Winslow. And I prefer Justin Winslow. I feel like he's a little bit safer because he does a lot of the peripheral stuff. Mitchell Robinson's a fantasy beast, but man, that dude gets hurt or into foul trouble all the fucking time. And it's like really hard. It's just, I don't know. I've been burned too many times.
Yeah. I like Justice Winslow. Like this, like new Portland style is kind of like fitting into him, his game really well. I think with people being out over there, like everyone kind of was waiting for Shadon Sharp to like really benefit from it, and he hasn't. And like it's been Justice Winslow, it's been Hart a little bit that have been benefiting more from that. So I like Justice Winslow, but I also have like a huge soft spot for him from his Duke days. So
yeah, I think I like Justice Winslow there. A couple Detroit things came in. Isaiah Stewart's now questionable for Tuesday. Ivy's questionable. I thought he was actually going to miss the game. And Boyan's questionable, who I thought for sure was going to be ruled out. So if you were relying on Detroit value, I'd maybe be a little bit more hesitant. And they just tweeted out Jaylen Brown's actually still questionable. A game time decision.
Game time, yeah.
That makes me think Jaylen Brown plays one of these two games.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's for sure playing one.
AJ says playing Dyson Daniels as my fifth player. Let's see how Dyson's projecting. I love Dyson for like daily fantasy today. And yeah, cap of 13, projection of 18, and like a limited low ask of 8, which we like. We like when it's cheap like that. The Pelicans thing is interesting, right? So the Pelicans are missing so many people. So
many.
Ingram's out, CJ's out.
Do you want to sort and just pull up all the Pelicans there?
Yeah, but I have to make a copy of it.
No, you don't have to make a copy.
I don't
select from player to Delta and then hit create temporary.
I'm sorry. Is select from player to what?
To Delta over on the right.
Oh, Delta. I didn't know Delta was a okay.
And then hit the temporary filter
up here.
Yeah. Boom. And then
boom.
Go to
wow, this is fire, dude. This is fire. Let's get those Pellies.
And clear all first, and then NOR in this sheet.
Clear them. Yes. Although it should be NOP. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know why.
There we go. All right, here we go. Dyson Daniels really the only one with aggressive value. The one thing I will say, dude, Zion with a limited low ask of 55 and like being a cap of 36 at a projection of 42 is pretty nice.
Yeah, I like Zion in this. I think like
wait, this has to be updated though, because look at this. Sorry, I cut you off. I apologize. Ingram's still projecting for 35 points, which means all of these guys are going to get a boost once he's officially ruled out.
No, but he's only projecting one game there.
Oh, got you. Thank you.
But what do you think about Jose Alvarado? Like Underdog has him projecting as a starter.
Yeah, he started the last game.
But at a cap of 19, do you think he's like has enough upside there?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen Alvarado put up like 30 real life fantasy points. I've seen him do it. I don't know. Dude, so here's the thing. Let me give you this. So what's his cap? His cap is what?
19.
19. All right, now I got to figure out how to fucking clear this. Let's go to
hit select all.
Select all. Thank you. Because I got a good one that I feel like will be like a good comp. TJ McConnell has a cap of 17, a projection of 17. No Nembar. Now I know Alvarado's not. TJ's not starting, but I feel like they've got similar upside.
Yes. Yeah, but I feel like I'd like Jose Alvarado in that scenario. I basically don't like either of them not having like a cap of 12, because if either of them had like that cap, then I'd be like super happy. But
yeah. Let me catch up on the chat. So we've got Bobby won a rare Şengün this week and wonder if I should play him together with Claxton in my rare contender. Well, I believe Claxton is like projecting well. He's projecting well in daily fantasy. Yeah, so he's got a cap of 29, projection of 32, and then Şengün.
He's got some nice upside too.
Yeah. I think those are fine. And what I like about this in your contender, those are like sub 30 cap guys, right? So that's like a pretty balanced way to attack it, right?
Yeah, and we're talking rare here too.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that a lot. Johnny says Thad Young, Bones Highland, Max Strus, Jordan Poole. Well, let me cross off two of them for you, Johnny. Thad Young is not playable because all of the Raptors are back. Bones Highland is not playable because he's actually not playing basketball tonight, we don't think. And Max Strus, I think, is one of the better projecting guys. There he is. So, not that well. So, cap of 27, projection of 23. I actually think Poole is projecting better than that. Wow.
Poole looks like the play there.
Yeah, it looks like it's Jordan Poole. Cap of 24, projection of 25. There you go. There you go. All right, let me keep moving. Oh, I lost my spot in the chat. Devastating. I've used Alvarado to help strengthen my limited. Yeah, there we go. Limited contender thoughts: Wagner, Winslow, Bagley, Giddy River. That's like your squad. Wagner, Winslow, Bagley. You got to pay attention to Bagley because he's questionable, right?
Is he questionable or he's not playing anymore?
No, the most recent tweet was questionable.
Okay.
So you'd have to pay attention to that. But Wagner should project really well with everybody out. Siakam on a minutes restriction tonight. Tatum won't have a minute restriction. We already said all of those. Raptors are available to play. Seth Curry is going to play today. There you go. Valentine. Sorry, go ahead.
I kind of like Seth Curry tonight.
He, I talked about this morning, but he went 7 for 10 from 3 yesterday. Will Embiid play? Yeah, we need that info. All right, let's see what else we got. Clint Capella's teeth absolutely screwed me this weekend. Yeah, he had a tough tooth situation. He did. Herbert Jones. Yeah, dude, let's go back to those Pellies. Herbert, he's honestly like, so cap of 24, projection of 25. So I don't know. He's probably my least favorite out of all of them.
Yeah. I feel, at that cap there, like, I don't know. He's not, I feel like Herb Jones is like, he's kind of going to play the minutes he's going to play regardless. Like, cause like when a scorer goes out, you're not like, okay, we got to give more to Herb Jones. Cause
right.
He's just going to keep doing all those like winning basketball things that don't necessarily score fantasy points. So
right.
Continue doing that role. He's not like, okay, I'm taking more shots now.
Yeah. Lewis with a good question. He says, let's look at the best cap 22 and under. I like these types of questions. Cap of 22 and under. Let's see. We've got John Collins, who I will say, like, I know he's a little bit in the green here, the projection of 28.4. But if all those guys are out, he's going to have to shoot more.
Yeah. If Capella's out and Hunter's out, he's going to win some lineups, I think.
Yeah, I like that. And he's got a low ask of 28. Jabari Smith is also a great play, but he's got a low ask of 37, which is a little bit more aggressive. But those are easily my two favorites.
Denny, who isn't someone out for the Wizard?
Kuz is playing.
But I think someone else was out.
Is Porzingis out? I thought they just announced the starters. Hold on, I can.
Oh, Rui is questionable.
No, Rui has been ruled out.
Okay, he's out.
Yeah,
Denny is. He's a little expensive at 22.
Yeah, he's been playing really well. They also just said Utah's going to miss at least 2 more games. All right, John Collins is my favorite so far. Trey Murphy, I also kind of like in this situation with no Ingram and no CJ. Like we've seen him get really hot from 3. So I don't hate that. And then that's probably it though.
Yeah. I mean, Jared Vanderbilt isn't Markkanen still questionable or?
Yeah, Markkanen's still questionable, but Vanderbilt's not someone who like creates his own shot.
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, and he already starts. It's not like his minutes are going to go crazy compared to what they were before. Yeah.
I'm saying under 22, give him Sexton, Onyeka, and Jabari. Yeah, Onyeka again. If we're missing our guy Capella tonight, I think I'm gonna have to move around and get some Okongwu in there.
Yeah, Sexton's interesting. He's supposed to start, right?
Yeah, Sexton's moving into the starting lineup.
He's been kind of disappointing this year. in general. Like
They haven't been like releasing it like when he's played the minutes, he's been effective, but they just haven't been playing him that much. Someone had a Zubats question. It was Zubats or
Bol.
This is a good question. I mean, Zubats coming off that 31-29 last night against the Pacers, right? So we have Zubats here with a cap of 25, a projection of 24. I bet Bol projects a little bit better here. Bol, yeah, cap of 28, projection of 32. Especially if all those guys are missing and his minutes are like pretty secure, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I also would say that like Zubac is probably like if you're going to buy one of these, I'd probably even like they're right around the same price right now. Like Bull like spiked earlier and it's probably slowly coming down. Whereas like I haven't looked at it, but I imagine Zubac is like somewhere like $5 more expensive after that crazy game. So
yeah.
And then that game's going to be attached to his cap for like the next 4 weeks. Like 8 game weeks or whatever. So
yeah, I think that's right. Marketing or Jalen, got nothing better. I mean, those are both great. Those are both great options, man. I think if Jalen Brown's good to go, he's my play, but either one's fine.
Yeah, because they're both maybe only playing one game, I'd probably rather have one game at Jalen.
Yeah, I think so too. Mike, man, dude, if we're at the James Book night part of the show, I think we're in trouble, man. Cap of 11, projection of 11. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm nervous now. I need to figure out what to do with Okongwu. So Okongwu right now. So this is with This is with Capella, and he's got a cap of 19 and a projection of 18. If he moves into the starting lineup, I mean, I imagine he shoots up to a projection of around 30, right?
But he's projecting at 18 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably still projecting that like solid amount of minutes already, right? Like it's not like he's going from 10 minutes a game to
I don't know. I mean, he's got Capella with a projection of 35. I feel like
I
don't know. I feel like Okongwu's got some. I feel like that's going to be tough.
Yeah, Okongwu is just one of those players where I'm probably lower on him than I should be for no like apparent reason. Maybe I've just like watched him play a couple of games, like actually watching the game, and he just hasn't impressed me, and that's like stuck in my head.
Oh, Okongwu's a monster, man.
That's like what I mean. Like I'm just like for some reason, it's like a bias I have that like is not based in fact. I think.
Yeah, he's like the only guy that can defend Giannis.
Yeah, but like that's not necessarily so rare points.
In my mind, it is. All right, so Strus cap of 27, projection of 23. Caleb Martin has a cap of 28, a projection of 21. Who's the last one? Hero. Hero. It's Hero.
It's Hero. It's Hero.
Cap
it's Hero.
32 to projection of 34. So it's definitely Hero.
For sure.
I thought Martin might project a little bit better, but maybe they're thinking Jimmy comes back soon.
Well, I think his cap just got a nice jump.
Yeah.
Too. That's why it doesn't look as good too. I think he was in the like low 20s or 24 last week.
Let's go back up here to the top and see if there's anything spicy that we might have missed. We stopped looking around De'Aaron Fox, right? I mean, look at how nuts this is, though. That $56, man, for Fox is crazy. Kyrie, too. Although Kyrie actually hasn't looked that great coming back. Mm-hmm. So I don't think I'd be too. Same thing with Karl Anthony Towns. He's got a low ask of 61, but man, he's been kind of rough. I think you're almost better off going down. Look at this $40 range of Sabonis, Butler, Chris Apps.
The Kings disrespect. If I
right?
If I was like someone looking to build on a budget and you're looking at competing in the champion now or soon, I'd pick up both those Kings and then just hope that they're real and going to make a playoff push and you can just roll with them for a large portion of this year.
Oh my God. Terry Rozier just got ruled out.
Whoa.
So, dude, I guess, hey, you know what? I take back my James Booknight comment. Maybe Booknight's a great play. Who the fuck do they have left for guards?
Jeez.
I don't even know who they have left, truly. I do feel like there is an opportunity here, though. Let's now that I know how to sort shit. Am I sharing screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at positions and clear and just do point guard, shooting guard. All right. So, oh, that fucking Maladon, man. What's Maladon's price? This sucks. I was talking about him this morning and I thought this was stupid. There's only one?
There's only one right now?
Wow. It's owned by
that must
Tibbs.
have just gone nuts.
Wow. You know what? You know what we do here though? Wait, there's no like.
Oh man, there is just like none of him though.
Oh. What about
like
let's look
there's only 4 limited cards that exist.
Man, someone walked into a gold mine there, and there's none in the auctions either. Wow. All right. Well, all right. So Maladon's going to be the first guy. So I guess Book Night is a good play. Wow.
Yeah. Book Night. But I mean, what they're gonna Kelly Oubre is probably gonna get a ton of usage then.
Wow.
He doesn't shy away from that.
Man, I'm not gonna buy it. I gotta not buy it. All right. So Book Night. Let's see who else. Yeah, Oubre is the. Why is James Harden popping up?
James Harden. No, that's underneath Charlotte. That's not counting in them.
Yeah, it's just weird that it goes Charlotte, Philly.
Those
Charlotte.
are like the sword is only the first ones, and then that's
gotcha.
Everyone.
Wow. Yeah, so I guess maybe if we select all. Yeah, I mean
Wow.
PJ
Bobby, $14 rare Book Night. That's pretty nice. That's
what he just got?
That's what he said. That's a nice foundation for a contender lineup right now.
Wow.
Like if you're rolling with that.
Wow.
Because then you can be fitting in like some nice limiteds because you got a little cap room there. Put that in a rare contender, Bobby.
Yeah, who is the better player, Book Night or Maladon? I think it's Maladon. Maladon's played point guard before for a shitty team. He knows how to do this.
Like who's just gonna score more?
Yeah,
probably Maladon, but Book Night is probably closer to being able to outperform his cap.
Yeah. Ooh, Adam said he won a super rare Book Night a couple weeks ago. List that shit, baby. Hornets only have one game this week. Well, listen, just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe, # Coach Stark. We're going to give away rare tiered Justin Jackson a little bit. Noam says against the Celtics, wouldn't be shocked if Maladon plays 36 minutes if he doesn't go too much over his cap. Their offense is very limited. I know their offense is limited, but like they're going to have to play he's going to have to play so many minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
And yeah, and
they just don't have anybody.
Yeah, and it's like Kelly Oubre and PJ Washington drain shots. Jalen McDaniels will check some up, but
yeah. Man. Dude, Gustav is like very high on Killian Hayes right now. A lot of Killian Hayes chat. Hey, listen, I like Killian. Killian's fine. Wow, that's tricky, man. I don't love this situation here for Charlotte. I'm thinking a little bit too about my my daily fantasy lineups and how much of a shit show that's going to be now that this news broke. Because I was focusing mostly on New Orleans, and I was excited to play Tatum because I thought Jaylen Brown was going to be out. But now, God, it just sounds like that's going to be bad. That's going to be a blowout.
Pull up that Valentin Albero.
LeBron and Sexton or Kuzma and Bol. That's got to be LeBron and Sexton.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like LeBron has a projection of 49 and Sexton is 23. So what's that? 72? So 72. What was the other one? Kuzma and Bol?
Yeah.
Kuzma is a projection of 38. Oh, man, I don't know. This will be close, actually.
Bol's 33-ish.
32? So that's very close.
I would
That's very close.
I really like Sexton. And I would say the second has maybe more upside because I feel like Bol can just have a monster game.
Yeah,
Um,
because he can get those blocks and steals.
yeah, exactly. But Kuzma is interesting because he's playing the Hawks, right?
Yeah, I believe that's Washington, Atlanta, right?
So if all those guys get ruled out, like their rim protection is like none, their rebounding is much less too.
Yeah.
So he's intriguing to me if those Atlanta guys sit.
Man, we need more news. Let me double check Underdog here, see if anything else came out, because I think that's going to help us a little bit. So these are the players the Hornets have: Maladon, Oubre, McDaniels, PJ Washington, Mason Plumlee, Bouknight, Nick Richards, Kai Jones, and I'm sorry, Bryce McGowan's.
Who?
Yeah, Bryce McGowan's. Jaylen Brown has been ruled out. Jalen Johnson from Atlanta has been ruled out. Mo Bamba's still a game time decision. So I imagine we're about to get the rest of the Atlanta news here in a second. Man, this is tough.
Karis LeVert is playing.
Yep, he is playing. That Cleveland situation I don't really love. So Kevin Love is out.
You know who I like is Mobley, even though his projection. Just with Jared Allen out of there, there's a couple more rebounds for him to block or for him to grab.
Yeah, no Kevin Love as well. He's gonna have to do a little bit of everything. Pritchard or Gary Harris. God, I can't imagine. Oh, if it's Gary Harris,
It's gotta be Gary Harris, no?
You think so? Oh yeah, because Jaylen Brown's ruled out, so that's gonna go up a little bit.
Yeah. What's Gary Harris?
God, this sucks, dude. Oh wow, it's Gary Harris, but Gary Harris' cap is 17. What did we say Pritchard's is?
He's at 9 or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's Gary. If cap doesn't matter, it's Gary Harris.
Yeah.
Giannis Love Mobley too. What? Lopez. Yeah, there has been a lot of Robin Lopez talk, right? Because he's supposed to start tonight.
Yeah.
He does have a cap of 4 and a projection of 6, and you can get him for $3. So if you need a cheap cap, I think that is fine.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that is fine.
And he kind of like he's productive in the few minutes he gets on the court. Usually.
True.
He'll chuck up one of those wild hook shots. He'll be running around, flying around all over the place, and then go to sit on the bench. So
he'll be out there. He will be out there. George's thoughts on Miles McBride. He has a cap of 6, and the Knicks play it back to back. That's what George. You answered your question, man. You're hoping for like back to back, where somebody sits. You know, Jaylen Brown is confirmed out. Rozier is confirmed out. Would you play Anthony Simons and Devonta Graham or Jeremy Grant and Sexton? Oof. I deep down in my soul know I hate Devonta Graham. But I love Simons. So let's see. Simons with a projection of 36 and Graham. Where is this? Graham with a projection of 12. So what's that? 48. And what was the other one? It was Grant and
Sexton.
34. And what do we say? Sexton, 23. I think it's Graham and Sexton. Unless you have a read on the Devontae thing. I just hate Devontae. Like, I really do. Jules is saying he's on a heater. I just don't believe in any of it.
Unfortunately, I think I'd go Devontae Graham.
Fine.
I think I would.
People were asking about Chetty. Chetty, I think, is a dark horse. Like, he's got a cap 15, projection of 15. But I do think, like, there are a lot of paths for Chetty to do well. Alexander was asking. But that's more of a dart throw than it is like a safe play. So if you feel like you have a solid lineup, you can probably find someone else in this range, like an RJ Hampton or Josh Richardson, even like not Pat Bev, he's suspended. Batum. There are other guys you can probably find that.
What's Dean Wade's cap at?
Didn't Dean Wade get ruled out?
Oh, he got ruled out too?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. His cap's at 16 and he's got a projection at 20.
I thought he was starting.
Oh, my bad. He's probably fine. He's probably fine. I'm probably thinking of this weekend where he missed a game.
So he's at 16. I'd like him over.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dean Wade's a good call. Johnny's asked about, we talked about AJ Griffin. Now with Jalen Johnson out, that's a few more minutes secured. I think I'd want the I want DeAndre Hunter out before I lock and load AJ Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
What's AJ Griffin's price actually? Let's go over to Sorare.
He's got to be expensive. He's been too popular of late.
God, I don't know if you can hear. There's like a moped zipping down.
I thought that was like a airplane.
Yeah, cap is 17, $15. Yeah, I do wish that I thought that cap was.
That's like 50. Oh, he's only $15.
Wait, it might even be less than that. Sorry. No, yeah, $15.91.
Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it was worse, to be honest.
No, I thought his cap was a little bit lower though. Joker Rock said, Rozier is one of my big pieces. Just bought Oubre that I had my eye on anyways. Had to replace JRE with Joe Harris in the line to do it. I think that's fine. I don't love Joe Harris, but I get that you had to make the call. So
yeah, like with Yuta out too. Like I feel like Joe Harris, Seth Curry are just like taking their roles. Also, if Seth Curry doesn't play the other game, then Joe Harris could because he's playing this one. I think
that's true.
So like monitoring his injury, still managing it.
That is true. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. TSC, while we wait for more injury news, you want to take us through some of your lineups?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you. And while you're doing that, actually, Lotto says best cap for 14 and under. I think that's going to be, Dyson Daniels, who's actually relatively cheap. I like the most. Otto Porter Jr., I think this is a bad projection. I don't like that at all. Trey Lyles is also. Let me refresh this actually quickly, just in case there's been an update. There hasn't. But like Trey Lyles has already been ruled out. Dyson Daniels is probably the best play over there. Or Maladon, but Maladon costs $1 million right now. Let's actually see if there's any more. Let's see if anybody's like, you know what? Let's flip this shit. I mean, this is. Oh, sorry.
Or did anyone buy it?
Oh yeah, somebody bought it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd go Dyson Daniels. All right, let's bring up CST up here.
All right. So built this one first.
Here we go. Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. So I went Aaron Gordon, Trey Jones, Jabari Smith Jr. This is my contender one. Aaron Gordon and Trey Jones have been winning me stuff in this contender. It's basically, I don't have many rare options. Okay. I have a Tyrese Maxey and who else I have? Oh, I have Moses Moody.
Jabari Smith at 21 though is projecting great. That's a great play.
Yeah. So that was what I won this week, which is nice. And the reason, who else? Oh yeah, I had Daniel House Jr., who I've been like, I just bought him when I just needed rares early on to kind of fill out lineups, and because of the injuries, he's actually been helpful.
No, he's been really. He was someone I was highlighting a bunch.
So he helped me secure it last time, but I went with Kai Jones instead of going like Daniel House Jr. because I would have had to go too low with Gary Trent. If that was the case, and had to kind of use up my rare. So this one, it's kind of like more a stab in the dark. I didn't focus too much on this one, but I just like focused after I chose these three rares. And then I went and I think I focused on my limited champion. So my goal here was to fit in Kevin Durant as a non-MVP. And the reason I wanted to do that is I like 45. If I can get a lineup with Shea and Kevin Durant in it, I think that has some nice upside. And I had a Jabari Smith Jr. limited already. He was projecting nice. Kevin Looney was just really, I didn't have too many people in that 20 range.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a hole. And I kind of find that to be the most difficult range because it's often like kind of like those starters that don't have much usage, or it's people that have popped and they're no longer useful, or it's like, I don't know. It's just that range where I feel like that's constantly cycling through because if they start playing well, they end up in that high 20s pretty easily. And then Scotty Barnes, I was just kind of waiting on injury news there. And as I said, I think it's actually a positive for him that Siakam is back.
Yeah. No, I like that lineup quite a bit. Jump Shoot, sorry, real quick, was saying
Yeah.
111 views, only 40 more, and we get an LE giveaway. That's right. So now we're at to 118. We're giving away a rare tier card, but if we get up to 150, we'll throw a limited in there as well. And Sean Day was asking thoughts on Kankar. We were talking about him just a little bit ago, Sean. I think he's fine. I'm honestly though, like with Aaron Gordon, most likely with Aaron Gordon back and like Jamal's back and Jokic is back, I'm not as excited about those guys with Michael Porter Jr. out, but I think it's fine. Like if you already have him, I think it's fine. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy him is what I'm saying.
So this is my limited contender. I actually hate it.
Yeah. Shaden Sharp, man, has just been tough.
He's been garbage.
Yeah.
It is strictly because I have no Ethan in my account and I have no one on like the low end. Like who could I switch out for Shaden Sharp here? Dwight Powell?
No, you can't.
PJ Tucker?
Kai Jones.
But I already used him. Sorry, I didn't.
So you can't use him twice?
No, you can't. You can't play the same.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you had two cards. I'm sorry.
If you can, please let me know. I could enter a lot better lineups.
But I get it. I know that Joker loves to play with Kankar. I just don't know. I mean, listen, I think it's fine. I just want to go buy it, is what I'm saying. I want to go buy it.
Yeah. So I really don't like this one, but now I kind of like it a little more with that Jaylen Brown news because I was just hoping for like Pritchard to get random minutes.
Yeah.
And Kyle Kuzma, I think, could kind of do something. So really, like Shane Sharp has to do something. Conquer, his cap's kind of too high now. It's just like kind of is what it is. He just pretty much hits around that 20 mark. So I didn't really love that. And if I look at my limited one here, like the problem like with the Eastern thing is that I don't really have anyone I can move over from here and kind of punt this one because this is the champion level.
Right.
So it's just you have a lot more cap to play with. But I don't even really love this one. I basically decided to kind of not use Durant here, right? I could have used Durant as my MVP here.
Yeah.
But I chose to focus on that champion one instead. So that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. Like probably if I wanted the best, like even lineups, I probably would have put KD here and then like figured what I was working with afterwards, but I don't care that much about the limited Eastern to kind of lose some upside on that champion. So I'm hoping really champion I'm hoping for, and then maybe rare contender just squeak in there or something, but
yeah, a couple of things. People are talking about like Concar's in the Nuggets matchup. Listen, I would love to be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I want you to come back and be like, "Dude, I told you to play fucking Concar," and just make fun of me. I'm here for it. I really am. I agree with this though. This is like sometimes when injury news happens and everyone's like, "Let's get the next value guy locked and loaded." Sometimes no, it's like it just means the high usage guys become higher usage guys. I think the Celtics are a great example of that tonight, where like. I'm way more inclined to just try to make Tatum work than anything else. Like I feel like Tatum is going to do this is going to be one of those like 30, 10 and 10 games from Tatum. So I agree with that, but I don't know. I don't know. We're almost an hour in here. I'm double checking some injury news to make sure we don't have anything else. Najee Marshall ruled out. Larry Nance ruled out. The fucking Pelicans, man. So with that information, dude, Jackson Hayes all of a sudden becomes playable. Jonas Valanciunas becomes a little bit more enticing because he's not going to lose minutes to small ball 5. It's also an OKC matchup. My God. So with that, Trey Murphy, Herbert Jones, Jose, man. Fuck.
Play all the Pelicans that are playing.
Wow. Yeah, Jonas, dude. Jonas is going to be. I feel like Jonas is a really sneaky play right now.
And his cap's been a little on the lower. Oh, he's up at 26. I thought he
was
at
26 with a projection of 28, but that's before this news. And here's the thing: he's going to play his minutes. I really do think Hayes, because Hayes's cap is like dick, right? Yeah. So it's a cap of 5. I mean, wow. Dyson Daniels, that's probably the way to go. Man, what a shit situation. They're also playing OKC. I feel like there's going to be a million points. People saying Willie Hernan Gomez. I think that's probably fine too. Wow. Yeah. Top Shot Test is saying some of these names that come up on these shows definitely test my who he played for knowledge. Mike says, how quickly do they update projections? It depends what John's doing. I am refreshing, though. I'll let you know if we get an update.
I think he put a message in his Discord that he wasn't going to be able to.
There you go. So now you're relying on us, baby. Jalen Williams or Reggie Jackson. Adam, I think it's Reggie Jackson with without the Clippers guys not having everybody, right?
Jalen Williams is starting though, but Poku's back.
Yeah, and it's just SGA is just going to get 35 points, right?
Yeah.
Holy fucking Embiid's ruled out. So you know what that means? There was a question somebody brought up earlier about Montrezl Harrell. Harrell becomes a good play, and Paul Reed, welcome back into the conversation. We need to change.
B-ball Paul.
We need to change my lineups. Johnny was asking about Chris Bobby Boucher.
No.
Dude, I don't know. Boucher is great, but I am taking a wait and see approach on this Raptors situation. You know,
if you have no other options, but like,
sure,
check out all your other options is what I would say.
All right, this is gonna be the last thing we do. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Coach Shark. We're up to 90 entrants, but what I'm gonna do is delete all my lineups and start over here.
Perfect. Biggest bullish investor, I go Winslow over Denny.
I would too. All right, so let's delete.
No news on Embiid,
except for the common ones, because I truly don't care about those enough right now. All right, so we're gonna delete them all here, and I'm gonna start with rare contender and then rare champion, and then work my way down. But I mean, Paul Reed ends up becoming a great play, right? With no Embiid, I like him more than Harrell. I think I have both of them, and I know Montrezl starts.
News, though? Have you seen it anywhere?
Was someone saying a question mark? I swear to God, if I just like deleted all my shit.
Someone else said no news on Embiid afterwards, and I don't see
no.
Did you delete them all?
Yes. What? Wait, who did that? Who did that? Crypto Gem Founder.
Source.
Crypto Gem Founder. How dare you? Dude, oh my God.
That is an elite level troll if it was on purpose, though.
Ingram did get ruled out, though. That officially happened. Wow. Also, I get Shuckster DMing me right now while the show's going on. Unbelievable. Crypto Gem Founder, I'm waiting until you say something. I need you to speak for yourself. I swear to God, if you're like, oh, I forgot a question mark. God damn. This is like the one piece of news I was waiting for. Who do the Sixers play tonight? Like, are we going to get that news early? Sean Day said, I wish So Rare had head-to-heads. You trying to battle? All right, let me see. So we've got Phillies playing. Okay, they're the first game of the night. We need this fucking news. And they're playing the Hawks. Oh, man. People want me to put the ban hammer on. Guys, I'm not famous enough to ban people unless they're going to throw racist shit into the chat. I need as many subs as I can get. We crossed 6,800, though, in this show. And I will say, TST, I think when you were here last week, we crossed 6,700.
Bang.
Right? Rolling.
100 in a week. Let's go.
Rolling. Yeah, Magnum said he should. I tell you what, Magnum. If our guy, Crypto Gem Founder, who probably also Crypto Gem Founder, were you involved in SBF? Yeah, we'll spin it again. Yeah, we do need that Capella news. I agree with you, AJ. I'm for the future. Just wait, bro. He's double.
You know what? You gotta double down in that scenario, though. Even if he forgot the question mark, he's got a 50-50 chance to just be like, hey, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, he's like, I just got done.
Or you got like an inside source on the team.
Yeah,
like
he's like, I just got done fucking Embiid. Oh wow, I'm back on board. Yeah, he's back. Everyone's good, legend. Maybe it's Embiid's burner. Yeah, it was a good save. I love that he immediately won everyone else over too. I've never heard Mike so distraught. Investor better. That means you've just come. Like you are new to the team hold streets because I usually lose my mind. We're also 30 away. We're at 120 right now. If we get to 150, I'm throwing in a 30 plus limited tier card away. So get that ready. God, that Embiid news really messed with my lineups too.
Well, it really messes when you delete them all.
I know, Wolf. And listen, Wolf, let me play a little video for you right here, Wolf. If people are buying stuff, because listen, let me play a little video.
Wait, you might want to check who was listening. Was it Crypto Gem Founder? That
Yeah,
was
let me play a little video. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? There we go. But yeah, people asking, I use Underdog to get all my news. Underdog Fantasy Labs is great too, but those are the Twitter accounts I follow to get my late breaking news here. And we haven't gotten anything in 5 minutes, so we still don't have the Embiid news. I still can't believe I fell for that. That was incredible. That was incredible. We're almost over 100 entrants too. 98. Let's go. Get that shit in there if you haven't done it yet. Oh, that was wild. All right, so we don't have any update on the projection, so we don't really need to look at that. Maybe we'll just keep the Twitter open.
the Twitter going.
We'll keep the Twitter going. I can't believe I have to build the rest of my lineups again. I am furious about that. Hayden Lewin says, worth playing PJ for 1 game with the Hornets news or Buddy for 2 games?
Ooh. What's Buddy Hield projecting at?
Yeah, let's look at Buddy Hield.
Projecting at 33.9.
What was
his
the other one?
cap's 30.
Who was it, Buddy or who?
Or PJ Washington.
He's got a cap of 29 and projection of 30. That's close. That's close.
If PJ had 2 games, I'd be going PJ, I think, especially with that. Is it? I would actually answer this. Is it a contender or champion? I would say if it's a champion, go PJ, because I think he has some higher upside with the injuries and everything. But if it's a contender, go with Buddy Hield.
Yeah, Johnny, I actually like this strategy right here. Like anybody with 1 game, I'm just thrown into the Eastern Conference if I can.
Yeah. I think the first time I did the Western Conference, everyone had 1 game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, 1 game, go over there, go over there, go over there.
I love that. Man, I'm still so fucking shook from Crypto Gem Founder. I feel like I got to start building my lineups now again, but I know if I build them, I'm going to get a message that's like, Embiid's out, like the second I do it. Cavs said they are starting, you were right with Wade, so it's going to be Garland, Mitchell, Okoro, Wade, and Mobley. So there you go.
Wow.
We're up.
I like Evan Mobley a lot right now.
Let's look at Mobley actually and how he's projecting. I do too. I like Mobley.
That projection isn't going to be including all of the injury news?
I thought Allen was like listed as. Oops. Shit. Oh no, he had him in there. No, but he's got him for one game.
Yeah.
He's got him for 1 game.
I don't know. I just like that. I feel like Mobley's cap is in a nice spot right now.
Yeah.
For his upside.
I'm gonna put this up here, but I'm also gonna take this time. Hey, listen, a couple of show notes things while we look this up and just to make sure I hit this right. So I imagine if you're watching, you've already signed up for Sorare, but if you haven't, just go in the show notes. I'm gonna drop a link to our Discord. If you haven't signed up if you haven't joined the Discord yet, join the Discord. But honestly, if you sign up for our VIP, it gets you into a gated community within the Team Hold Discord that gets you some sweet action to some more Sorare talk. It also helps support us a little bit too. So if you're into that, if you like supporting what we're doing, sign up for the VIP, join the Discord as well. I also want to pump one other thing. So on Wednesday night, I'm doing a version of NBA, like NFL Red Zone. I'm doing that, except doing it for NBA over on.
You can jump around now?
Yeah, so this is going to be the test run. So I'm doing it on Playback on Wednesday night. So there's a link to Playback within the show notes. If you have any sort of League Pass or any sort of cable, you'll be able to sign up. Actually, do I not have it in the I thought I had Playback in there. All right, I'll drop a link. I'll drop a link next show. But actually, let me pull it up right now. If come hang out with us. We're gonna be just like bouncing around doing a bunch of basketball related shit. So drop the link. Johnson's breaking news: the Lego Marketplace delayed, wrong stream. Yeah. Pick 2, Scotty, OG, and Mobley. Scotty and Mobley, right?
Scotty Mobley.
Yeah.
Scotty Mobley.
Scotty Mo. All right, Capella's playing. Wait, you know what? I gotta stop sharing this shit. I have to like look it up first now because I've been getting rugged left and right here. Hold on, let me.
Hunter playing as well.
Yeah.
Hunter playing, Capella available to play.
Welcome, Mike. The Discord is popping. Wait, what? A few names popping in. Oh, people are jumping in. That's what you're saying. Hell yeah. Welcome to the Discord. But seriously, hey, sign up for our VIPs. It's honestly, it's like peanuts. It's like $1.99 a month. But by doing so, you get, and you can find this link in the show notes. But by doing so, you get access to a bunch of channels. All right, Embiid's in. Embiid is in. Let's look at this. Am I sharing screen? Yeah. All right. So here we go. Let's the late breaking news. We got Matisse Thybulle's available, PJ Tucker's available, Embiid is available. The Wolves are starting D'Lo, Austin Rivers, Anthony Edwards, Towns, Gobert, DeAndre Hunter's available, Clint Capella's available. So I literally changed all of my lineups. Crypto Jet Founder, speak now. Speak now, Crypto Jet.
You said you're from the future, man.
What fucking future, Crypto Gem Founder? Where are you, bro?
Watch. Now Embiid's not going to play their second game of the week, and he's going to be like, I told you, man.
Dude, you know what would be wild, though, is if he came up lame like halfway through the second quarter with like a calf injury and is like, and he only plays like a quarter and a half. We the people, I 100% agree with this take, Jalen Noel over Rivers as well.
Yes.
All right, I got to fucking rebuild my lineups, and we're going to do this live. Otherwise, I won't. So here we go. This is going to be the last call for Coach Stark. Like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold, # Coach Stark. Actually, you know what? We'll do one more thing before I build my lineups. I want to make sure. I feel like a lot of people here already know about the shit that you're doing, TST. But why don't you give them a little something while I share a link to your YouTube?
Yeah, so got short form videos over there. Usually do a preview of the game week. I try to get that out like Tuesday or Wednesday for the one that locks on Friday. Try to get it out on Saturday. If not on Sunday for the locks Monday. Didn't do one this last weekend because I was out of town, but I put those up. I go through 3 different tiers. So I look at people over 30 cap, my MVP tier, then my starters tier between 15 and 30, and then finally the bench mob under 15. So I go through that trying to find some value. Again, always important to come check out the live before lock because I try to make those earlier so that you can get them cheaper, but injury news changes, those all the time. So always come circle back here.
I always find that to be like a good, almost like methodology of like getting yourself prepared of like how to break down the slate. And then if shit hits the fan, shit hits the fan. Like there's nothing you can do about injuries.
And what I'll say is that sometimes what I do is I look at things like back-to-backs and stuff. So I'll like kind of like I'll recommend or I'll look at it myself. And what I share is like, okay, this team has back-to-back. This is like a player that's on that team that if someone were to sit, he pops off, or like, like Golden State, we know that they love to rest the whole team when they rest anyone. So I do look at stuff like that. And then it's kind of like you can buy now. So you have that option, and then you got to make that decision closer to lock.
Love it. I dropped the link into the chat. Someone was saying, can you rate these Concar, Kai Jones, and Langford? I mean, it's probably like Kai Jones's cap is so low. I feel like it's Jones, Concar, and then Langford, but I don't
That's
know.
what I would do. That's how I'd rank them.
Yeah.
Plus, like Kai Jones got way cooler hair.
Yeah, he's just like easier to root for. All right, let's build this quickly. I don't even remember what I was looking at. Jackson Hayes is like maybe he's a play now. I don't think he is though. So I'm gonna go back up to I think Jalen Smith was in here, and then I threw Zion, and I'm forgetting who was it. Jamal Murray? No, it wasn't Jamal Murray. Zion, and then we were down to 15. Let's see, what was it here? Neesmith, Hampton, Cam Thomas. I thought now see this is the problem. Now maybe it wasn't Jalen Smith. It was somebody.
It might have been. I think you had a Smith limited. Is that possible?
No.
Yeah, because you had Jordan Poole. Or is that your other one?
No. I think that maybe it was Poole was in this one actually. So Poole would leave me with 11. Is there somebody?
No. Poole. No, I think Poole was in.
Yeah. Hold on. You know what? I thought I had. I know. This is fucking terrible content. I had Blake Griffin in there. That's who it was. It was this squad right here. But
whoa.
I know.
Are you using that Jalen Noel somewhere?
That's the play. So Jalen Noel, right? That's way better. The other thing that I could do is like go down to the Kai Jones world. And if I go down to Kai Jones, but I can't really get up to anything else. So I think it's just Jalen Noel's the play, right?
Yeah. Jalen
All right. So that is my rare contender, my rare champion. Also, if you see anything interesting in the chat, share it. I'm not looking at anything right now.
So that means Crypto Moonrider or whatever really improved your lineup.
He did. That's true. He really did. All right, I'm going to start with LeBron because LeBron was in here, and that leaves me with 30 each. And then I think this one is Jeremy Grant, Draymond Green, Jalen Smith, and then it left me with 36. And I think even though I could get Kevin Porter or Lowry or Jalen Green, I think I'm going Jamal Murray here.
Yeah, that's what you had.
2 games, missing a bunch of people. I love Jamal Murray. So that's my rare. Limited contender, I think we hit next. This one was a little bit trickier here. Do we go Jalen Green, Ben Simmons, Benedict Mathurin? That leaves me with 12 for the last 2. I wonder if this is where man, Shaedon Sharpe is just so bad. We still have Blake. Do we use Blake here?
Someone saying that he's starting? Is that true? No, there's no way he's starting.
No, we don't know if Blake is starting yet. Although I do think Blake might be projected to start.
I love the chat. What about Blake Griffin? Isn't he starting? Next question. Blake starting? Is he even playing?
Yeah.
Both good questions.
I think I'm going to go Kai Jones and then DFS here, Dorian Finney-Smith. Or Terrence Mann.
I like DFS this week.
Yeah, I do too. So I think we'll do that. We'll go Green, Simmons, Benedict, Kai Jones, and DFS. I think that's pretty good for a limited contender. All right, we've done both. Let's do limited champion now. This is going to be DeJounte, Grant, Porter. Can we do marketing? That leaves me with 13 for my last spot. This is actually pretty nice. Isaiah Livers, who I kind of liked. Maybe we throw Blake Griffin in here.
Yeah, throw Blake in there.
Yeah. There we go. And then I think my Eastern Conference will just be like dog shit because clearly I don't have a lot of people left here. Go Congo. There we go. We'll leave 42. All right. And then for my common ones, here's what we had. We had Devin Vassell, Killian Hayes, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Kai Jones, Fred VanVleet. That one's actually kind of fun. That's for the common contender. Common champion was a fun one as well, where we went Jokic, LeBron, Keegan Murray, Şengün, Giddey. That feels like incredible.
Yeah.
And then
Keegan Murray's been kind of disappointing.
He's been very bad. All right. One last refresh of Underdog to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Nothing else. Gabe Vincent hasn't been playing. I know, George. We're just firing, dude. It's just firing.
And speaking of just firing, don't forget to put your training lineups, people.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do right after we get out of here. All right, the slate locks in 10 minutes, so we have to get out of here. Just a reminder, so we do, if you're new to this channel, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, we do a basketball show, just kind of like recapping everything that happened. We talk a lot of Top Shot. We talk a lot of Sorare, just hoops in general. We do 2 different live before lock shows, so we do it the Monday nights and then the Friday nights. We also have a couple value hunting shows that come out as well. We also have a special show tonight at 8 o'clock, the 89 Cavs. It's like 3 comedians talking about hoops. We're coming back here at 8 to just shoot the shit.
Highly suggest that. As an outsider to that is a fun show. It's super underrated. For all the things you do on the channel, that thing is highly underrated.
I will say it's like the most poorly attended, where we have like 30 to 40 or so come through for it. It is by far the funniest thing that we do, and it's mainly because Steve and Justin are hilarious. So come back.
They are awesome guys.
TST's dope. He comes here for every Monday show where we do the live before lock. I just dropped his link into the chat as well. He's firing out a bunch of content he already talked about, so go check that out as well. And I think that's it. Let me know if you guys aren't in the Discord yet. Join the Discord. Let us know on Twitter what lineups you end up locking in, and then let's spin this shit. We get up to 122. We didn't get to 150, so I'm not This isn't millennial bullshit. I'm not just going to add another prize to it, okay? We have 114 entrants. Here we go. If you win this thing, shoot me a DM on Twitter or in the Discord, and I'll get this over to you. Shout out Coach Shark Holmes one time for the Justin Jackson. It's going to Ryan Lopez, Robin and Brooks' third triplet. Shout out Ryan Lopez.
Backing up his brother in Cleveland tonight.
Hell yeah, dude. He's getting good minutes. But seriously, I know I say this all the time. I really appreciate everyone being here for this show. This is really boring if nobody shows up. So the chat's been fire. I appreciate everyone throwing some crazy shit. Even you, Crypto Gem founder, who made me redo all of my goddamn lineups.
Great content, though.
Yeah.
Great content.
Wolf says the fake news guy almost won it. Thank God. Thank God. What is Ryan Lopez's projection? Yeah, good shit, everybody. So close. Good luck. We'll see you guys hopefully back here soon, but if not, for the next Live Before Lock show. For TST,